The goal is to saw fast to clear sawdust and get your production up, saw flat, and have a forgiving band. I got a new band I'm looking at. It's sawing strings. I don't like that. It's brand new and it's acting like it's dull. Yeah, exactly. I get bands from various manufacturers. I always treat the manufacturers with respect. They treat me with respect, and I don't mention names of band manufacturers. But I do think it's important that when you're looking at your sawmill and you are trying to find which bands work best with your mill, that you should be aware of this kind of information. Taking all this rot off the top. Painful, but we got to do it. Yeah, we'll take a couple from this side, a couple from the next face, kind of work it down. I don't think you'll be able to see it from your camera view, but it's definitely there. Get one more. Get it. Come on. Where you going? You want me to have it? No? Oh, you want me to throw it? Okay. This is what he loves to do. Chip, where you going? Come here, Chip. In case you're wondering, this is why we called him Chip. That's a good dog. Ready? Because when he was young, we got all kinds of toys for him. He was 5 weeks old. He got out of the truck, ignored all the toys. Hey, you're a retriever, Chip. Chip, bring it over here. Come on. Come on. That ain't happening. Chip, come on. There you go. So we bought him all these toys, and he didn't like any of them. He reached down and grabbed him a big hunk of wood, started chewing on it, and that was it. Didn't do much talking while I was sawing. got a new band I'm looking at. It's on strings. I don't like that. It's brand new and it's acting like it's dull. All right, I want to check this. Cut one log with this band. It's acting a little funny. In order to do this, you need to have a set checker tool. Put it on your band. Check a neutral tooth. Set this to 0. Let's check another neutral tooth as well. Get it set to 0. Every 3 teeth will be neutral. Put it right there. Tighten it up. So those are the 2 neutral. So we've got the gauge set to 0. Now I want to check the set on each tooth and several teeth. This is a new band. It should not be throwing strings. I'm going to set on this guy. That's 25 thousandths on an up tooth. It's a little more than I like. More into the 22 thousandths. We can check this one, up tooth. That was 24 thousandths. That's within a thousandths. Pretty good. We're going to flip this over. Now we're going to check the down tooth. And we're checking 0. There's a little plunger that goes right here on the neutral tooth. And then the clamp goes on the body of the band. And so we're still at 0. Let's go here. Let's check this neutral. Right on it. So yeah, we're pretty consistent in checking up tooth, excuse me, a down tooth. Right there. We want to get kind of right in the center of the indicator. Whoa, that's 28. A little bit offset. Let's check this one. It's 29. Oh, they're a little off. The others were 25s. These are 29s. So that's 0. Every 3rd tooth is a neutral. That's at 0. It's at 0. That's at 0 plus or minus a thousandth. Let's check the down tooth. 28. 28. You want to kind of put the same amount of pressure on the knob as you every time. It's 29. $29. 30. 30. Flip it over. It's 24. That's 24. It's 21. This neutral tooth is like a thousandth in that direction. I mean, obviously you'd like them all to line up perfect, but they don't. Bands will have what's called a clastic or anti-clastic curve. As they run, they get a little bit of curve in the band body. So when you're testing, you want to make sure that you're accounting for that. So you like to set your 0. 29. All right, now we're going to flip it over. Check the upset teeth. Let's go back to neutral. Let's just double check in neutral. We're at 0. $24.5. Whoop, he's shaking. Let's go to neutral. Check our 0. We are at 0. Go to the next up tooth. 24. Dang, I keep hitting this thing with my hand. We're at 24. Neutral. 0. Up. 23. Y'all getting that? But it looks like we're about 0.004 off between the up teeth and the down teeth. I'm going to take this band off. I'm going to get another new band. I'll put it on there. I like to run them one time and then we'll check it again. Having 0.004 difference set on each side of the band explains why I don't like the way it's cutting. Phone's always ringing. Spam. Gotta love spam. I have these bands. They're made by a really good company, but I always want to evaluate them. Most good band manufacturers like real feedback. And there's one thing that I do. I know how to do feedback, but I'm an engineer because they asked me to. And that's why I never mention band or manufacturer names when I'm doing an evaluation, because I'm not really, they know who they are. I know who they are. If it's good or bad, then they can take the information and run with it. And we're all businesses out here. I'm never gonna dog a business unless it's a pressure washer manufacturer and it stopped working and it's out of warranty. I'm gonna give it a 0. All right, I think I can fix it now. Oh, it feels good. Use my vice grips gently. Try not to damage anything. And thought it'd be a good idea to film this so you guys know what I'm looking for in a band from whoever you buy it from. So anyway, the first band was sawing a little hard even from the beginning. Some of the reason it may be sawing hard is we just checked the set, and the up teeth and the down set teeth are several thousandths off. Well, I don't like to see that much of a difference in set. You're starting to get some uneven loading on the band, and it's going to start to wave no matter what you're doing. Certainly the faster you saw, the more it's going to wave. I mean, you got to remember that teeth are up, teeth are down, there's one in the middle. If they're at the exact same angle, it's going to bite perfect. If this one's not the same, then it's not going to bite the same. You're going to start to get some weirdness going on. So anyway, first band, the set checker gauge doesn't lie. There is a difference in set. I'm going to put another log up here. We'll saw it. We're going to check it. And as I said, I normally don't like to really check a band straight out of the box, because if they're ground or stamped, a lot of times they're going to have like a little burr or something on it. And the best way to really check a band first is to saw with it. Then go back and check it after one log, 3 or 4 cuts, get all the new worn off of it, and that way you can actually see what it's doing. So let's do that. I'm looking for the rooster tail. Going a little bit too slow. So I'm going slow, I'm listening, I'm slowly speeding up. I'm trying to hear the sound of the band. Certainly I'm not where I like to be. I'm not singing yet, so I don't have the band singing. Too slow. I'm getting some definite spillage here and waviness. This washboard is always a sign that I'm going too slow. But whenever you see this, so you can see it's catching sawdust here. If you want to diagnose my cut, I'm entering a little bit slow right here. It's catching up. I'm going too slow here, or the band is spilling. It looks better here. You can see the washboard disappeared. I'm speeding up a little too much. I slowed down right there. You can see I'm getting some more spillage. Other thing you'll notice right here very clearly, this is how slow I'm going. I like to have this at about 3 inches. This is one tooth that's coming around again and again. So that's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. I've advanced, but that's showing clearly There's one tooth out of set. See that pattern? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but as I'm evaluating bands, that's what I am looking for. Having one bad tooth is not really that big a deal. I mean, seriously, how many people do you know that have one bad tooth? A lot of them. Well, let's see if we can measure that later. But right now we're sawing a log, so I want to keep going. When I sharpen and set my own, I don't like to have any bad teeth. Sawing at 1 1/8 inch right here. Get a couple more right here. Let's get a couple more. Hadn't got up to speed yet. I'll push it a little bit now. Well, we had a little bit of a jump there at the end. Try to film that. Need to go a little faster. I'm just now getting to where I can hear the band sing. Whoa. Big jump at the end. This is This is why it's so important to be going at a faster speed. Again, you can see how fast I'm going by. We still got that one tooth that's out of set, but look how little sawdust is on the board. I'd like to go just a hair faster or maintain this, but I can tell that I'm right as fast as this band wants to go. It is a 1.5 inch 055 7 degree, unknown manufacturer. I know it is, but you don't know who it is. So we're gonna keep our speed up. We're gonna knock this out real quick. We'll take another look at stuff. All right, it's liking the narrower cant a lot better. Not jumping nearly as much. Do one more, flip it over. I am getting some strings. I am going to do a skim cut now. Something looks funny. Definitely thick right here at the beginning. That could be log stress, but I don't think so. Seeing a little bit of twist on the band that wasn't cutting perfectly flat. Going to finish these out. I can hear that chirp at the end. That means this band is not cutting flat. I do not like that sound. Slow down so I don't hit my clamp. This band does not like to go that fast. maybe the band geometry. I mean, it's a new band. I just may have hit its speed limit, you know? Everything has a speed limit. Ooh. See a little bit of wave action. Again, you'll see how hard I'm pushing it. I'm probably up to, that's 4 inches. There's a lot of scratchiness going on in there. And again, that indicates the band is not super sharp. Some tear out right here. This is maple. Maple is not a tear out prone wood. So my guess is this band is not as sharp as I wanted out of the box, but this is what I'm evaluating. The sawdust looks a little heavy. I'm just getting a lot of shake, right? A little bounce. This band is going faster than it wants to go. You can see it's fighting it. All manufacturers have what they consider their optimum profile. Not what I'm looking for, but I do think it's important that when you're looking at your sawmill and you are trying to find which bands work best with your mill, this is the information that I try to pass along to folks, new sawmillers especially, some experience as well. And this gives you an idea of how, when you get a mill or how you're evaluating your band, what you should be looking for, at least what I'm looking for. The goal is to saw fast to clear sawdust and get your production up, saw flat, and have a forgiving band. All righty, let's check this band. 22. 24. 25-ish. Neutral. Yep. Downset tooth. Ooh. We're 28. All right, let's go to the next one. Remember, these goes in 3, so you got a downset, upset, neutral. So when you're using these gauges, and you don't use these gauges very much, I mean, I do, but they really come in handy when you're trying to diagnose a band or you're just trying to evaluate it. Again, it's nothing, it's not rocket science. The camera may be off a little angle, but I'm measuring 28. Up, we'll double check the neutral. Yep, it's 0. Downset. 28. So the teeth are set more in one direction than the other. Certainly that's not conducive to flat sawing at speed. So now the question is, we've had 2 bands that kind of have the same property, and I did saw a log with both of them, so I'm going to get a brand new band out and we'll set it on the mill. And we're not going to saw with it. We're going to just do it brand new, and let's see what that looks like. Now you may be wondering why I don't just measure the band when it's coiled up. This is the band coiled up. And right here and here is because you do have this natural curve to it. You really can't precisely measure the set unless the band is straight, not curved. Easiest way to do that's on the sawmill. And you really also want to go ahead and pre-tension these or tension these bands to their actual operating loads, because this is how they're going to work when they're being used. So we want to duplicate exactly what we're doing when we're sawing. So anyway, let's take this guy off and let's put that new one on there, and that hadn't even been used. Let's do some inspection here. Let's see here, I'm going to take some pictures. So what I'm looking for are malformed teeth. There's a bad one right there. It's chipped off. So I'm trying to get this to focus on it. I'm looking at all the teeth. You go, why would you look at all the teeth? Well, because all the teeth are going to be used. I don't know what the deal is with that guy. Oh, there's an ugly one. And let's see if that's 2 that are chipped. Oh, there's a bad one. I'll put these photos I just took in, but bottom line, I found at least 2 teeth that have the corners broken off. You want all the teeth to be square and sharp. But let's take a look. Let's put this guy on the mill. And the burrs are the artifacts from when, let me get that out of the way, the band was sharpened. The wheel, typically the grind wheel goes one way, whether it's a CBN or just any kind of an abrasive wheel. And as it grinds, it sometimes leaves little slivers of metal. So the easiest way to get them off is to get a stick, just rub it. A couple rubs on each side will remove those burrs. So that should do it. All right, I'm looking at the set, and right now I can already see that they're not even. And as I look at this, I see a bad tooth right here staring at me. Let's go to a down tooth, measure it. Whoa, we're at 29 again. 29 thousandths on a down tooth. Let's check a neutral. Make sure zero's good, our zero. I'll turn this where you can kind of see it. Our zero is good. Yeah, I can see that one. That one's at 30, a little over 30. 30, 28. I don't know if you can see it, but it's also very important to get the band the same amount on the dial indicator. So there's a little stop right here, this rod. So basically you set it the same, that way you get the same reading every time. I mean, the back of the band hits it, so you can't come in any further. Neutral tooth. Man, dead on zero, or right 2. Let's do an up tooth. $25. There we go. 26. And one more time, because I'm a glutton for punishment. 0. 30. 30, give or take. 30. 30. So anyway, I think you guys get the idea. So what did we learn? Well, we learned, so I don't know what we learned. We learned how to check a band. If you don't have one of these, you ought to get one. If you're going to be sawing for a long time, you need to just get one. This one's a wood miser. There's the part number. It's upside down probably. These bands they're made by a well-known manufacturer. They're not my thing. Certainly you've seen in the sawing where I can barely get to my desired speed before they start waving. And that makes sense simply because if the teeth aren't set exactly the same, you can't really cut a straight line. So anyway, when you're looking at bands, there's no guessing involved. I hope some of this is useful to you. If you got any more questions about how to evaluate a band, I mean, we could look at the weld. I'm getting tired. It's time for me to do something else. I've about talked out. This particular band supplier does have other types. They may never talk to me again. I hope they do. When a company does that, I always tell them you're going to get a fair evaluation. And we will see you guys next week. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. Click on the links above to see more of our videos.